We would like to appreciate all the fans and followers of RGV Starz for all the support for over 6 years, 25 seasons, over 250 episodes. Isaac, a big milestone.
Yeah, huge milestone. And we've had so many guests, so many great people, so many great influencers, community leaders, and we just want to thank you for all your support. And if you know someone who needs to be on this show, or you're watching and want to be on this show, comment below and we'll reach out.
Definitely. Also, thanks to the Embassy Suites by Hilton for allowing us to film RGV Starz in this amazing state-of-the-art facility. And we will continue bringing you all the biggest stars of the Rio Grande Valley here to the show. Please subscribe, follow to RGV Starz on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And we appreciate the support. Thank you.
See you in the next one.
Welcome to another edition of Season 25 of RGV Starz, live with Alex Arabia and Isaac Medina. Remember, RGV Starz is
the premier platform for showcasing Rio Grande Valley talent.
And the RGV, celebrities' place to be. Celebrities and community leaders like Balde Garza, all the way from Starr County. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
So the district judge for the 229th court. And today our viewers will get the chance to know more about you, about your background, achievements, obstacles, future goals, and anything else that you want to share. Sounds good?
Perfect.
Awesome.
So we're super excited to have you here. So Judge, tell us where you're from and what got you started into community service.
Into politics.
Right. Well, I'm from Rio Grande City. I was born in La Puerta Ranch, which is about 5 miles east of Rio Grande City, if you are familiar with Starr County, where you see the railroad tracks about 5 miles out. There's a really always nicely decorated cemetery. That's La Puerta Ranch. I was born north of the tracks there. The doctor went, I was born in a house. I wasn't born in the hospital. Went to school in Rio Grande City, graduated in 1979. After my graduation, I went to Sul Ross State University in Alpine, that's in West Texas, where I got my bachelor's degree in English with a minor in Spanish. And I graduated there in '83, and then I went to Thurgood Marshall School of Law in Houston. graduated there in '86, and then returned home and have been in Starr County for all my 38 years as a lawyer. Now, public service.
Congratulations, 38 years, a long
That's a
career
long
as an
time.
attorney.
Right. I did 33 years as a lawyer, and I've been the judge of the 229th District Court, which presides in Rio Grande City, which is Starr County, in Hebronville, which is Jim Hogg County, and in Duval County, which is San Diego.
Wow.
Congratulations on your career and on everything that you've done. What do you think made this transition? Yes, you were an attorney and very successful and busy and active in the community, but what made you say, hey, I also want to do politics?
Well, first of all, my football coach, Oscar Perez from Rio Grande City, took me to the first college I ever saw, Sorrow State University. With his own gas, his own car, he took me and a couple of other guys, and I decided that's where I wanted to go. And I'll never forget what he told me when he took me. He says, when you make it, not if you make it, when you make it, you make sure you look back and pull somebody else up. And that was the beginning. Since I returned to Rio Grande City, I've been to all the high schools, all the middle schools, talking to the kids that you can make it, right? And
Inspiring them.
yes. And I got very involved with the schools, and then as other things in the community, and Alex is very familiar with his part of the world where he's had a very significant part. I was involved in that, but it was a lot of people helped me along the way, and I felt I had a duty obligation to give back.
Yes.
And I've had a dual career. My legal career with my community involvement are parallel. And, you know, I'm very proud of both. I'm just as proud as what I did as a community member as I am as a lawyer and reaching to be a judge.
And we know you were also a mayor for the city of Rio Grande.
I was a mayor. I spent 10 years in the city.
Was that the first elected position you had? Or
It was the first elected position. I was at the meetings when we started discussing the creation of a city. So I was involved in the first election. I ran in the first election, and I won as a city councilman, as an alderman. And then after 2 years, I ran for mayor, and I ran 4 elections as mayor, served 8 years. And those were the years where we formed all the departments: police, city code, city secretary.
that was in the 90s?
It was in the 90s, yes. I served from 1996 to 2004. So that was in the city.
Wow.
And you also, along with other community leaders, were there with the creation of South Texas College, right?
Absolutely.
There in Rio Grande City.
Absolutely. And of course, I'm familiar with your career because I've seen it from afar. Not from afar, but from a distance. I'm actually, if you look at the groundbreaking picture when the Starr County campus was going to be started,
Yes.
I'm in the picture because I was the mayor of Rio Grande City, and I led the effort to make sure that the college was established in Rio Grande City because Roma, of course, they were interested in having it in Roma, but it needed to be centralized, so it ended up. So I was there from the beginning, every election that has happened since.
Yes.
And
who was the mayor of Roma at the time? Do you
at the time, Fernando Peña.
Fernando Peña. Yes.
And really good mayor, and it just so happens that we are classmates. He from Roma and me from Rio Grande City, and the college has grown to be what we had hoped it would become. And I have to say that between the creation of the city and the college, coincidentally around the same time, has spurred everything that's happened in Starr County. And as you know, Alex, you're from there. If somebody hasn't been back to Starr County, let's say in the last 10 years, when they go, they're stunned with the growth. Because I say this, we used to play, when I was in football, we used to play Mercedes, Raymondville, Ed Couch. Well, guess what? They all stayed small. And we went from one school to 2 high schools.
Wow.
Because we've grown a lot.
Yes.
How does it make you feel to be part of so much history and so much growth?
Well, it's an incredible feeling because we got to understand, if you know a little history, the first community in this region was Camargo when the Spaniards arrived in the 1500s.
The border town to Rio Grande City.
Of course, my hometown.
Yeah.
We were bilingual before it was cool to be bilingual. But everybody knows, if you know the history, Camargo was formed. 1 year after that, there was 13 families. 1 year after that, some of them went upriver and created Mier. And 1 year after that, some went down south and created Reynosa. The Pilgrims were still not here.
Wow.
So, try it if you've never done this. Any Hispanic, from Corpus to San Antonio to, let's say, Laredo, south, if you ask them, where are you from? Or ask them where their parents or grandparents were from, and they'll always tell you, Reynosa, Mier, Roma, or Rio Grande. This is where everything started. So I'm very proud of my community, and needless to say, we were bilingual and bicultural from day one when Henry Clay Davis married Hilaria de la Garza, and they are the founders of Rio Grande City.
Wow.
Nice history lesson here.
That's history
for
right
years.
there.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now you've been a judge for the district judge for the 229th court, representing several counties, including Starr County. You're seeking re-election, right, for
Yes, I
next
am.
year. How has this experience been serving this court?
It's been a tremendous experience, Alex, because I've served the community on one set, including my church and my profession. When I was a young lawyer, that means all lawyers 36 years and younger, I was chairman of the board of the Texas Young Lawyers Association. There's only been like 2 or 3 of us from the Valley that ever done that. And the president was Bill Jones, who was from Caldwell. He and I were the first 2 minorities to lead the organization in our profession. And when I was the chairman of the board, there's a picture that I sent you where that picture, we have federal judges, appellate judges, district judges. We were all in our 30s. So just to be part of that, but it's perfect. My position now as judge is really perfect for this reason. I can serve my community and I'm serving my profession at the same time.
Wow.
And I couldn't have scripted it better to have done all those things on one side and the legal side on the other, and then to basically end my career as a judge.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Amazing, amazing. And thank you for everything you do. Family support must be very important because they need to understand your busy schedule and all that, right?
Right.
And for your entire life, you've been so active in the community with organizations and everything that you do. Tell us about that family support.
Well, let's face it, we all know that family is the most important thing. I tell parents all the time, especially when I would be invited to the schools, for your kids to be successful, it's not the laptop, it's not the car, it's not the clothes. It's the discipline, you're not going out to the street at 10 o'clock, there's nothing good after 10 o'clock. And to make sure that you tell the kids that they can dream. Because unfortunately in our culture, like my generation, why would you want to go to Dallas or Chicago? I mean, go to Edinburgh, just here.
Stay close to the family.
Yes, and because the family's always been very important.
Yes.
And our parents always wanted, I never thought I was going to have a son working in Sacramento. I thought he was going to go to college, he was going to come home, and we were going to get together, maybe not home, but close to home. But I said, go chase your dream. And they did, But
And your son is working for the NBA, correct?
he is a athletic trainer and performance coach with the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento before he was with the Lakers.
I've been in touch with him, and hopefully soon he'll be on the show.
Well, he's
also,
a
as an
busy
RGV
guy.
star.
We saw him on TV last night.
Yeah.
That's where we see him. But we're getting ready to go see him. The Kings are coming to San Antonio, so we'll go see him.
Awesome.
And it's really nice. But no, clearly, family support is very important. Essential. You can't do it without it. And you have your parents.
Yes.
And maybe they never thought that you could accomplish what you have, but they knew the basic values, the discipline, the hard work, the work ethic, So yes.
You have been an inspiration to many people in your community, your son, your family. But who are your role models and people that you admire and look up to?
You mentioned a coach earlier.
Yes, of course. As a matter of fact, the coach's name was Oscar, and that's why my son is named Oscar. And the coach named his youngest son after me. So both of my parents were illiterate. They did not know how to read or write in English or in Spanish. My dad died when I was 3 years old. So I never really knew my dad. So my mom raised me by herself. But coming back to role models, I always describe when I go to school that my life was like a puzzle of 100 pieces. Every piece was needed for me to become what I became. But without hesitation, my biggest inspiration has always been my mom. She taught me how to work in the fields in Kansas and Washington, en el espárrago, en el betabel, en el melón in Starr County, y levanté cebolla and all of that. She taught me how to respect, how to save money, how to, pray with her limited knowledge of the Bible.
All the values and morals.
The basic values. And having been through high school, college, and law school, and everything that I've done in my adult life, the most essential and most important values, I learned them all from my mom, because when she came to this country with her cousin, she had never been, took an incredible courage looking for a better life. So clearly, it's her.
Wow. What would you say have been your biggest achievement and also your biggest obstacle so far?
You have so many achievements. But
Being part of the city, like I said earlier, the creation of the city, part of the city. The creation of the college and being there with the college all through. The monastery in Starr County of the Benedictine Sisters of the Good Shepherd, I was the lawyer that fought for that easement. It's a significant case that I participated in as a lawyer. When the big cases regarding the Vioxx debate with Merck, there was only 8 cases tried in the country. One of them was a Starr, and I was part of that. So those are the things, but I think the fact that with 2 parents that were uneducated to have the opportunity, what a great country. What an opportunity, right?
And you overcame all those obstacles.
To become a lawyer and a mayor and all that, it's something big. Now, obstacles, maybe part of it, unfortunately, is the politics. The expectations that at times some of our teachers set, because there were some that would tell you can be anything you want to be. But then some would say, well, you can't just go to UT, because that's really hard to go to UT or A&M, and I didn't go to UT or A&M, but here I am. So
wow, awesome. And what kind of advice would you give to someone who maybe wants to pursue a career as an attorney or maybe in politics?
Well, I would say I've created for me 3 rules that I've used in my journey that I've shared with my sons. And every time that I go to speak to the students, whether it's at the high school or whatever, I share the 3 rules that I feel will guarantee you success no matter what.
Okay.
Period. Guaranteed, I tell them, without a doubt. I've lived it. My son is a perfect example. Number 1, you can be whatever you want to be. You have to dream it. You have to believe it. We can all do that.
Yeah.
Number 2, it's okay if you're not the smartest in the class or the most talented in the team. Not everybody can be a valedictorian. What happens if you're the valedictorian, which I know you were, and I'm the 50th student? Does that mean that you're the only one that can make it? Of course not. So it's okay if you're not there can only be one number 1, and I'm sitting next to him. What happens to you and me? That's rule number 2. And the kids look around and think, that's right. It's okay if you're number 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. But there's a 3rd rule. But you can never, and I say it 3 times, never let anybody outwork you. That's it.
Those are great rules. Great advice.
It's the work ethic, las ganas,
Yes.
that gets you to success. is not. I know a lot of smart people that never made it, but I don't know a hard worker who's not a success.
There you go.
Very good. It's all about the work ethic, the
Hard work
dedication,
can beat talent.
the
That's
discipline, right?
The discipline to get up every day, to go to every class,
Yes.
to go to practice when you don't want to practice.
Exactly.
I think those are the people that's what separates the men from the boys.
Yes, and now your sons are also following in your footsteps.
Wow, what
What are your
great
future
advice.
goals? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I'm 64. I've had a good run. I've done everything that I wanted. I wanted to come home to try to make a difference at home. Because Alex, and I talk to you because you're from Starr County.
Yes.
You and I could probably have been in Houston and Dallas. But in Houston and Dallas, we would be just another Hispanic or another Mexican American that happens to be a counselor or happens to be a professor and just another lawyer. But at home, we're more than that. We're an example to our kids that you really can go and do anything you want.
Exactly.
Even if mom and dad say we don't have the money, or you can. It's to inspire, and I think that to me is the most important reason for coming home.
Wow.
Profound.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And where can our viewers find you on social media?
Well, I do have a campaign page, Balde Garza for 229th District Court. If anybody ever, I'm always at the courthouse, obviously, in one of the 3 counties. So I'm accessible. I'm in Starr County, and have never considered being anywhere else. I knew where I wanted to go. I knew what I wanted to be, and I've been blessed in a way that I even brought my wife, who's originally from Del Rio, who retired as a teacher in Rio Grande City, and she became the community embraced her because we have those kind of people at home.
Yes, and the support is still there. We saw her here behind the scenes.
That's right.
Taking pictures.
One more example of the
Right.
support. Yes.
Right. Awesome.
A closing message, a closing remark for the fans, the viewers of RGV Stars to end the interview.
Well, I always want to address the next generation. Those of you that are going to college, those of you that are going into high school, don't let anybody discourage you from chasing your dream. You have to be passionate about something, whatever it is. If it's math or football or basketball, whatever it is, you got to chase it. Because if you chase your passion, if you go do what you love to do, like I was lucky, it took a knee injury and a week in the hospital to redirect me from being an all-state football player in high school to saying, maybe I should consider law school. Because if you chase your passion and you get a job of something you like to do, it will never be work. I don't care if you get paid very well, you will not be happy. You gotta love the work. Or like I told my son, he makes good money. But I tell him, not a lot of people would put the time that you have, that you get paid, but there's a price.
There's a price you have to pay.
Sacrifices.
Exactly. And unless you're willing to do that, you can't get to that level. And that's what I tell you out there. You have to chase your dream. You gotta want it. And you can never let anybody outwork you.
What a wonderful message. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Balde Garza. We wish you the best. More success, more blessings.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you,
It's been a
Judge.
pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Thank you.
And this was another edition of Season 25 of RGV Stars Live with Alex Saravia and Isaac Medina. Remember that RGV Stars is
The premier platform for showcasing Rio Grande Valley talent.
the RGV Celebrities Place to Be. Until next time.
See you guys.